This is Mrs. Mahar, and this is my video diary entry for my critical thinking activity called How Many Cookies Will Fit? This is a 3-act math lesson. So, my guess for how many cookies will fit came from watching the video and noticing that each cookie was about an inch, and I noticed that the placement of the cookies was that they were being um, placed with a gap that was a little bit more than the size of one more cookie. So they're like a cookie and a half apart. So there's a cookie, there's like enough space for another 1.5 cookies in between, and then there's another cookie. So I'm noticing, if I guess this out, just looking at my mouse here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 across, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 down. So I'm thinking probably 16 cookies. So that's my guess for Act 1. For Act 2, the information that was given to me was kind of useful, but I didn't really understand these numbers here. But I know that this is like almost 14 inches and almost 16 inches. So I'm thinking that if the cookies are an inch a piece and there's 2 inches of space a piece, that in order to fit 4 cookies across, that would be 4 inches of cookies, and then 1, 2, 3 spaces, that would be 6 inches of space. I need about 14 inches of cookies, or 14 inches of cookie sheet. And I'm wondering if this is going to be enough. So one of the questions I have is this cookie sheet big enough to make this fit? Something else I'm wondering is, are the cookies going to bleed together or mush together when they're baked? And then looking at this diagram, this looks like the package that came out of the fridge, and this is telling me, confirming that this is a 1 inch by 1 inch cookie. So then in Act 3, the video plays out and it actually shows that indeed there are 16 cookies. So I feel good about my estimation of that. For the sequel, it says, what would happen if the spacing between cookies was only 1 inch? So I drew out a diagram that I will give to my teacher that shows my math for that. And then what if the cookies had a side length of 2 inches? So if they were 2 inches by 2 inches, so I also have a diagram of that. And that is my video diary entry.